Hi guys, this is AndroidNub, and these are the best games of the week. First up we have The Walking Dead Season 1, published by Telltale Games. This is a super popular, multi-award winning game that is finally on Android. This game is like a click and point adventure game with an interactive story that kind of plays out like a movie. I usually don't play these kind of games, but the story is so good. It's really engaging, and there's a lot of dialogue choices that actually affects what happens in the story. So you can actually make choices in this game that affects what happens later in the story. You play a character named Lee. In the beginning of the game, you're in a police car headed to jail, but then you encounter the zombie apocalypse, and you go around trying to survive. There's lots of interesting characters, and again, the storytelling in this game is really good. There's 5 episodes, the first one is free, but you do have to pay for the other ones. If you're a fan of story-based games, this game is a must-get. Next up we have Slingshot Braves, published by COLOPL. This is a really cool casual JRPG with unique combat. When you start, you can create your character and choose between 3 different weapons, which is kinda like your class. So to fight in this game, you slingshot your characters around. If your character touches an enemy, he'll attack it, and then he bounces off. If he touches another enemy, then he'll attack that one, and it goes to bounce around killing all the enemies. You can have 2 other people in your party, which are the 2 other classes. The combat is turn-based, and the slingshot mechanism is really unique. There's quests to do, some story elements, and you can also play co-op with other people, which is pretty cool. Cool, unique, casual RPG to check out.
This is Sparta!
Next up we have Family Guy: The Quest for Stuff, published by TinyCo. Here's a city building game similar to The Simpsons Tapped Out. Quahog was destroyed, and the goal of this game is to rebuild the city. This game has all the humor you would expect from Family Guy, so you do quests for different characters, and you can rebuild buildings and unlock new characters. This game is kind of funny, and there's tons of jokes and lots of references from the TV show. Family Guy fans should definitely check this game out.
And here's the survival tip of the week: how to put out a fire. Presented by Peter Griffin, the Peter Griffin way.
Let's get to work.
Next up we have Wind Up Night 2, published by Robot Invader. This is an endless runner where you play at night and you run through obstacles. The graphics are cute and they're actually pretty good, and the game does run really smooth. You can jump, attack enemies, row, and block falling objects. There's a lot of levels to go through. This game is easy to pick up and play, and it's one of the better endless runners out there. Next up we have Cards and Castles, published by 1009. Here's an interesting card-based strategy tactics game. The goal of this game is to destroy the enemy castle, so you can summon cards, and you can actually control your units, so you can move them around and attack enemies. There are spell cards to use. This game is turn-based. As time goes on, it gets easier and easier to summon more and bigger units. It's one of the more interactive card games out there. If you like these kind of strategy games, it's definitely worth checking out. And last we have Pocket Starships, published by Spectacle Game Publisher. This is an online spaceship game where you can control a spaceship with a joystick, and you can also aim how to shoot with another joystick on the bottom right. There's 2 factions in this game, so you join a faction and you can actually fight against other people in other factions. There's quests to do, and you can also do missions with other players, which involves killing enemies and defending your outposts. It's a fun online spaceship game. Anyway, that's all for this week. Subscribe for more videos, and thanks for watching.